What's going on, everyone? Jeremy from the Quartering, and some major updates in the Boogie Rampage story. I spoke to him via phone last night at length about the incident, as well as was able to confirm some events on the police blotter. And there's been more and more reaction. We're wondering if Boogie is going to face some charges based on Arkansas state laws. So much to talk about. But I first want to say, I am happy that this did not escalate past where it already was, which was too far, in my opinion. However, I'm not going to be like some people covering this, pretending they care deeply and they're so emotionally invested in everything, when we all know they're full of baloney. I don't think I need to mention names there, but nonetheless, before we get into this video, you know what's not baloney? Awesome display images for your walls. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Displate. This month, we're celebrating comics in all the right ways. Displates are high quality prints on metal. You can get them with a matte finish. You can get them with the glossy finish. You can see I've picked out a couple of my favorite comic book themed displates behind there, but they don't just have displates for comics. They have them for nature. They have different cartoons. They have anime. They have movies. They have basically anything you can imagine on a display, which mounts magnetically to your wall so you don't have to drill holes. I myself have accumulated a nice big collection of these, so once a month I swap them in, swap them out. I have seasonal ones I can put up, take down, and Displate loves you all, the Quartering's viewers, and they've given me a special discount. 1 to 2 displates are going to get 33% off. 3 or more displates, you're getting 38% off. I don't think I've had a deal this big before. Your purchases from Displate go directly to support this channel. Plus, you're going to get a great deal on some awesome stuff to put up on your walls. Christmas is coming up, dorm rooms, maybe you're home, you're stuck home, whatever your reason is, I'm sure you can find room for a couple of nice ladies like Harley Quinn up on your wall. So use my link in the pinned comment below. There's only a few days of this sale. It ends very soon on October 2nd. So pick your displates up today, pick up a couple of them, and tweet which ones you get at me on Twitter, and I'll definitely share them out. You know, by supporting the sponsor, you get a great deal on some great art, and it goes miles to support this channel, and I appreciate you all using that link in the pinned comment. Now, yesterday we know that there was a confrontation between former YouTuber Frank Hassel and Boogie2988. Apparently, it's been covered as he fired at Frank Hassel, which is not the case. He fired into a tree. Come on, Boogie, or come on, Game Rant. You're going to use this photo of Boogie, plus you're going to stretch it out to make him look even bigger. Not cool. So a heated confrontation between YouTubers. Also, Frank Hassel is not a YouTuber. He's on Gumroad. Seemingly came to a head as Hassel showed up to Williams' house, resulting in Williams firing a warning shot at Hassel, according to images, audio, and footage of the incident now being circulated online. The incident follows a mean campaign perpetrated by Hassel against Williams, culminating with Hassel arriving at Williams' house. Recordings from the incident show Hassel arriving at Williams' doorstep, which the two exchange in a heated argument. Williams, holding a weapon throughout the entire confrontation, warns Hassel to leave the property before firing a warning shot. Hassel could be heard laughing during the incident and say, "Are you going to end me in your doorway?" By the way, Frank Hassel, I don't know, man. If somebody's, aiming down at me, you got, I don't know if you're crazy or if you've got gigantic brass ones. It's probably some combination of them both, but I wish that you had not gone to his house. The confrontation continues after Williams fires the warning shot, with Williams continually asking Hassel to leave. Eventually, Hassel leaves the property and the PD are called. Since the incident, Drama Alert super investigative reporter who always does all his research, Daniel Keemstar, has become heavily involved. Shocking! Who could have foreseen this? The guy that literally hosted a debate between them to pour gasoline on their feud for profit is now suddenly involved. Who could have foreseen this? Releasing a video featuring footage of the incident and a debate between Williams and Hassel. It's almost like Boogie, it's almost like Daniel only cares about the drama. I could tell you this, I don't care about either one of you, period. I cover the news. I don't know you, Boogie. We've talked on the phone. We've talked, Hassel, Frank's been on my live stream. I don't care about either one of you and more than I do about any other person on the planet. And I don't care about Frank any more than I care about any other person on the planet. All right. I'm not going to pretend that I'm so on Boogie's side after I milked all the drama out. No, I don't care. Am I glad this thing didn't escalate? Yes, I am. Do I have a common compassion for Boogie? Sure, but I don't know the guy. He's not family. We're not on the same dart team. We don't bowl. He's a stranger. The resulting fallout of the meeting has been a mixture of vitriol, memes, and confused reaction from internet spectators. Williams is best known for his character Francis, who is portrayed as a Mountain Dew addict with anger issues, which has fueled a number of befuddled reactions from all corners of the internet. Williams suffers from mental health and anxiety disorders, topics he has been open about on his channel in the past. One of the most recent updates regarding the incident from Williams himself, stating that the incident is now a criminal investigation. Well, why? I mean, I'll get into that. Hassel's timeline has been full of memes and images of the incident, including an image of him flipping off Williams, who's standing in his doorway armed. Beyond that, Hassel has offered few solid updates of the incident. Hassel's the incident now falls in the hands of the PD, with the investigation of the matter likely determining what happened next. Social media guidelines already prohibit portions of footage from being uploaded. Both parties recorded what happened, including footage from Williams' video doorbell. That, coupled with the history of the pair's exchange on Twitter, other platforms will likely be the key to the investigations. Well, I think what you're going to have here, I think Frank, again, not a lawyer, Frank certainly showed some intent, showed some stalking type behavior that might, lead to some sort of charge there. I think that this, and given the fact that while Boogie's videos don't get the views anymore that they once did, pretty much everyone on YouTube who's been on YouTube for the past 5 years knows about him and knows, at least of him, which is going to mean more people are going to cover this, which is going to mean that the PD is going to feel more pressure to do some more investigating. From what I can tell, Frank is laying low right now. He hasn't answered my DM. I talked to Boogie last night around 10:30 or 11:30 at length. And, I think what Boogie's facing here is perhaps a misdemeanor. Arkansas. So here's the thing. Here's a frustrating thing. In the original video when I covered this, I saw a lot of heartbreaking comments about weapon safety that received a lot of updates that were just flat out wrong. When you look at, let's just be very specific, Arkansas, in this case, Arkansas is just one of only 3 states where there are laws that still require some form of duty to retreat before using type of life-deleting force. All right, so what that means is, and again, this is open to interpretation by any judge, I'm sure, or DA if they want to issue charges, but leaving the safety of your home and entering your property armed probably does not fit the requirement of a duty to retreat. That doesn't mean there'll be charges. Also, people seem to keep referencing Castle Doctrine. There is a little Castle Doctrine in Arkansas, but it's different because, again, you have the duty to retreat. In no state, as far as I know, are warning shots legal because of the small chance that it can still damage somebody, and it is possible. So that alone is a misdemeanor charge. What Frank did, certainly you could argue that maybe there's some stalking there. I don't know. I would think if this was just 2 anybody's on the street, this probably would go away. But I think given the pressure that's going to be drummed up by the continuation of the internet coverage and people, news coverage, websites on the internet are starting to cover it this morning. They're probably going to get more calls from people on the incident, and they're going to probably start to think about charging. I think the maximum Boogie's going to face is going to be a ticket And if that at all, I know I've spoken to him. He has engaged his lawyer. In terms of Frank Hassel, he's probably facing the potential for much more. Again, if the DA wants to charge them, you can see on Deserto, they say Boogie2988 and Frank Hassel have reportedly been at loggerheads in recent times, mainly due to what Williams said is a planned and continued meanness from Hassel and his fan base. This included the alleged involvement with the now closed Sam and Toki subreddit, which was a community based around being mean to creators. Boogie2988 was a top target of the banned Reddit forum. Hassel's also blamed Boogie for his YouTube channel being suspended. Entirely possible, but no evidence has... I haven't seen any evidence of that. And, honestly, I spoke to Boogie last night, and Boogie doesn't exactly have a history of taking down videos that show him in a negative light. So I don't know that I would jump to say that Boogie had anything to do with Frank's channel getting taken down, given that there's no history of that. The two came together for an interview hosted by just the guy that loves Boogie and wants him to be safe, Daniel Keemstar, during which Hassel said he would show up at Boogie's house in Arkansas. Hassel also shared a photo of himself in Fayetteville, where Boogie currently resides. In the unreleased Keemstar interview, unreleased, Boogie told Hassel at least 5 times that he would end him if he showed up at his house. The following day, Frank has reportedly done just that. The YouTuber is seen to arrive at Boogie's hometown, Fayetteville, which led to Boogie firing upon him, according to Keemstar's Storyfire upload. I mean, it's interesting to me. I think it's funny that, again, super high integrity bar leading Keemstar took this screenshot from my friend Count Dankula, didn't credit him, just called it a leaked DM. Super journalistic integrity Keemstar. I know he had a problem with my journalistic integrity last night, which I think is laughable. Deserto reached out to both Hassel and Williams, but neither replied ahead of the publication. I think, based on what I talked to Boogie about last night, I think he's probably in the clear on this. And it's just another great reminder to, not show up at people's homes uninvited, especially when you've been told not to be there, especially when you've been told that you're going to have your life ended from it. It's just a situation that was bad, that could have gone very bad, and I'm glad it didn't. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.